Morning, guys. We're rolling with Borealis Bushcraft. We're back out. Just going to take you on a little bit of a tour of our location where we're bugged out in for this bug out trip. That over there is the old scout cabin chimney and fireplace foundation. And over here is their fire pit that's in various states of disrepair. We've got our bear hang paracord over top of the tree. And this one here is my British Basha with I believe it's a Czechoslovakian single person bug net designed to go on top of a cot, but it works great as a ground dwelling. Bug out bag. John making some coffee. We've got went down to the river, and so we just got a dormitory type bag and a filter for convenience sake. And the dog marching around scavenging some food. This is Cam. Prospect. Fresh meat. So, yeah, you know.
Finally figured out why some of these old canteen cups don't have the butterfly handles. It's so you can
do all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
yeah, man. So, yeah. Yesterday, figured sitting on the ground was just not going to happen, so I whipped together myself a little Barco lounger. Seems to work quite well. Brought out the 12 gauge. Tested out one of the short Ontario knife machetes. Great little tool. Picked that up for my daughter so she can clear her campsites for her hammock. Brought out my VZ. Built ourselves a little bit of a gear rack. We're not quite finished. But yeah. Cam's got his kit all mostly packed up. We got a Ruger 1022. What tarp is this, John?
That is a...
John's having a brain fart. Nice. Anyway, this tarp's huge. It's not square either. It looks to be what? 3 meters by 4 meters?
Yeah.
But it is like a really nice heavy duty nylon with hole pockets on the inside and some really nice webbing guy outs.
SealTech? Something like that.
What's the name of it?
SealTech?
SealTech?
Aquatech.
Aquatech, there we go.
Aquatech.
That's what it was. Comes this nice old...
Another
nice
good Canadian company.
Yeah. Yeah, made in Canada, folks. Made in Canada. This is John Such. Got everything set up in there, and yeah. So far we've had a good weekend. We'll come back into the planted section of this forest here. How old did you say this plant was, John? What, 40, 50 years?
40 years plus.
Yeah, probably 40, 50 years max. But it's all done in rows. You can kind of see how the ground is kind of all heaved. Yeah. So, a nice little area to camp in here, and I bring my scouts in here in the fall and the spring. Yeah. Lots of resources in here. There's goldenrod, there's plantain, there's raspberries, blueberries, saskatoons, choke cherries, hazelnuts, birch, bunch of different conifers. So there's a lot of resources Not to mention there's tons of squirrels. There is beaver. The river is about 60, 70 yards away with access for fishing. And yeah, so there's definite resources to be had out here. But I am gonna go and get my coffee happening. Oh, you're gonna demo this thing or what?
Yeah. So last night was the Tragically Hip's very last ever concert, and I thought it would be nice to listen to them. They are a quintessential Canadian band, so I brought out the old, FM, AM/FM radio, but it's also a shortwave radio. Runs on double A's, and I had to add to the antenna a little bit. But in a bug out situation, having a shortwave radio that can listen in on various channels, local and from across the world, having information is actually pretty important. Not only, sometimes you just need to know what's going on in the rest of the world, and a shortwave will allow you that. A better version of this would be one with a wind-up power generator in it. Wouldn't be requiring batteries, but if you use your batteries sustainably and maybe add a solar charger or something, being in touch with the outside world when you're stuck out in the bush is not necessarily a bad thing.
Well, lets you know if it's if things are getting worse or better. Yeah. What was your experience on the drive out having to exit the city?
The construction sucked big time. There was a lot of cottagers heading out to the wilderness, so we decided to take a alternate route and took a side road, secondary highway that eventually ended up in a gravel road. And the gravel road turned into an ATV trail, and got to use the four-wheel drive low range in my truck, and that was exhilarating too. But we didn't have to deal with the traffic.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly. But yeah. Anyway, folks, have a good time. Cheers.